As a recent experiment here at 6 Feet Up, we gave 3 different developer teams the same task with just 9 hours each to do it. We wanted them to develop an application from scratch just using AI and see if they'd all use different approaches and kind of understand what the outputs from this experiment might be. It was interesting because there's a lot of cool takeaways we got from this. There were basically 3 I want to share with you right now. The first takeaway, blueprint first. If you build better specs, you get a better app. It seems like it makes common sense, but a lot of times when developers these days get a new cool AI agentic coding agent tool, they dig right into building code and don't dig right into the building the specifications. The better the specifications, the better the output of the code is going to be. And use the AI actually to help you create that blueprint. There's no reason not to actually use AI as your co-pilot to help you build better specifications and to flesh out all the little edge cases, all the test cases and use cases and all the user stories for it. You'll end up with a better product in the end. The second big takeaway was to build in guardrails into the process. And there's 2 different ways we thought about building in guardrails. One of them is to make sure you build in your various conventions to the AI agents, like Claude Code's looking for a Claude MD file, Goose is looking for Goose Hints. And inside there, make sure you're really specific about your development process and how you want to develop the app and the types of tools and dependencies you want to use. For example, Claude wanted to keep using Tailwind 3 when we're actually using Tailwind 4 on the application. It kept reverting back because there was a lot of documentation and a lot of previous code on the internet about Tailwind 3 that it was tested or trained on. But in this case, we really wanted to use Tailwind 4. So keeping those conventions in your conventions file will give the AI a better guardrails to give you better output that falls in line with all your current conventions. The second set of guardrails is better end-to-end testing. If you start implementing with good end-to-end testing and using tools like the Playwright MCP server, you can actually guide that AI to build better product and make sure it doesn't regress on itself as it goes through the development process. It can actually run those tests, understand the output of those tests, and make sure you build a better product. The last key insight I want to share is 0-day deployments. One of the outputs from this exercise was that some of the teams struggled with deployments and some of the teams had a pretty easy time of it. But if you can start the project by scaffolding your project out and getting ready to start developing, but the very first thing you do is deploy Sandbox into the cloud, you've got a leg up because now you can be continually deploying on a continuous motion. So the CI/CD muscle becomes just an automatic reflex. And now you've got something you can show right away. The future of software development is really going to be a less about boilerplate code. We're really going to be digging in more about specifications, the creative aspects of crafting better software, how to test it, and how to talk to these AIs to build a much cooler future.